Welcome back to Black Talk today. If you don't know, rapper and member of the Migos group Takeoff was recently shot 2:30 a.m. in the morning at a bowling alley in Houston, Texas. And it's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate, right? That we can't even make music and profit from our music and not be able to walk around and be around our own people without fearing for your life. What's been alleged is that Takeoff and Quavo, they were playing dice outside of this billiard establishment when an altercation broke out, and that's when someone opened fire, shooting Takeoff either in the head or in the neck, and he was pronounced dead on the scene. Again, it's I'm not surprised. I'm a bit disgusted. I don't even know what to say in regard to why things like this continue to happen in the black community. But let me continue. I also want to point out the fact that I'm losing a lot of respect for a lot of people on this platform that does this social media shit. Do a lot of shit for clickbait, don't even have all the facts, but in the same time, want to report like what they're reporting is the truth and they don't even know. Again, I don't respect that shit. And another thing I don't respect is folks video recording this man in this state after he got shot. Like, where's your humanity at the end of the day? Everything don't need to be photographed. Everything don't need to be, shared to the public. Why are you taking out your phone after somebody just got laid out and it's stretched out like this in this manner? And the first thing that comes to your bird brain is to let me record this. This is somebody's son. I'm not sure if this young man had kids. But this generation is sick, yo. Y'all won't even attempt to render any kind of first aid to this man before you decide to take out your camera phone and record it for clout. Like, I mean, damn, folks are rushing to YouTube right now to be the first people up or to be the channels that people go to cover this particular topic because they're looking for views. They don't give a damn about this man's life. But I get it, right? We're going to blame the white man. This is the white man's doing, right? The white man sent some black people out to murder Takeoff. And we got to blame it all on the white man. No accountability coming from the black community, right? Mind you, this was done in a bowling alley, 2 o'clock in the morning. So you think that they don't have video surveillance of the individuals or the individual that did this particular killing? You don't think they're going to catch them? But not only that, how many of you folks that were there at the time of his death and saw what actually happened, how many of you guys are going to go down to Houston PD and cooperate with them so that you can get some understanding of what happened to this man this morning? How many of you going to go down and do that? Y'all say y'all love him so much. Y'all care about this man so much. It was wrong what happened to him. Okay, cool. Now go help the authorities. But no, it's the no snitch culture that permeates in the black community that allow things such as this nature to continue to go on and go on. My thing is, who's the next rapper? Who's next? Step up. Because somebody going to be next, right? You can't be black and be around black people and be prosperous and expect other blacks not to kill you. It's just the rite of passage. Other groups don't have to worry about this kind of shit. But we do, as black folks, right? We got to worry about someone that look like you possibly could be your murderer. Because you bust your ass and use your talents to gain what you gained. Somebody that looks like you is going to hate on you to the point where they feel so emotionally distraught that they need to murder you. How many times have we seen this? Way too common. But I also got to lean in on Takeoff. Rest in peace, brother. Rest in power. It's unfortunate that you met this demise. But I got to lean in on you too. Young man, you was 28 years old. You a multi-millionaire. You're in a state where you don't even have to have a license to carry a fucking gun. Any Joe, Smo, Tom, Dick, Harry, Luke, Walter, John, Sherry, Joanne can go and purchase a gun and carry a gun concealed, open carry, whatever it is. Anything goes in Texas. Legally. Why would you put yourself in a situation where you can be possibly targeted in a public area? You're at a bowling alley, my man, and even though you might have rented out that particular bowling alley so you can have a private event there, it's still a public space. It's still a space generally any Tom, Dick, and Harry can attend and get to. Maybe not inside, but outside. How are you going to stop somebody from being outside of a public space? You can't. What's also being reported is that Takeoff was involved in a dice game. I don't claim to have all the facts. I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what happened. Folks are going to lie and pump fake all over YouTube right now and say, yeah, this is what happened. This is what happened. I wasn't there. I don't know. But what's been reported widespread is that he was involved in a dice game. And my thing is, Takeoff, why are you playing dice? You're a multi-millionaire. You're not the normal Tom, Dick, or Harry walking down the street. You're not just a regular citizen at this point. You have celebrity, you have notoriety, you have fame, you have a name. You have resources that people around you, more likely than not, will never have in this life or even the next. Why put yourself in a situation where you can possibly be targeted or harmed? Because let me tell you something. I've been involved in dice games. I know how they go. Most of the time, the loser is not going to be able to control his emotions. And if your frame ain't what it is, they possibly will retaliate against you, depending on how you conduct yourself. But you a multi-millionaire. You playing a child's game for a couple $100, knowing that you're around people that couple $100 was hard for them to get. You can just walk into a goddamn store and get $50,000 just for your appearance. At this point in time, if you're a celebrity of any nature, and you're black particularly, because see, white artists don't have to deal with this kind of bullshit. White folks that do other genres of music that are widespread and known, just as big as Quavo is, they can go back to their hometown, home city. They can go and eat a burger with their girlfriend. Let's say chicken and waffles. And they don't got to worry about somebody trying to jack them for their goddamn chain. They don't got to worry about somebody trying to murder them and kill them for what they got. But this is an accepted reality and understanding in black culture that, okay, look, man, if I make it out the hood, if I go back to the hood, I just got to expect to be killed, massacred, and murdered. And my thing is, if you know you come from such environments, why even go back in the first place? Why not never go back? Why not? Why not just say, yo, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I made it out. I want to live in the house that's on the hill, in a community of people that don't look like me. But nope, these guys always gotta, I'm real. I'm gonna go back to the hood. I got my millions. I'm gonna roll my Phantom. I'm gonna roll a $500,000 car through an area where the poverty line is so goddamn low and the average person don't even make $30,000 a year. But I'm gonna roll a $500,000 car down that community street to show them folks that's poor, that don't got shit, that I got it all. I'm better than you. I'm living a good life. And not expect them to retaliate. Not expect them to look at you as food. Now listen, again, I'm not saying I know what happened with Takeoff. I'm not saying that's what he was doing. He probably could have been chilling in the cut, came to bowl, turn up, have a good time, private event. Everything's supposed to be on the up and up. That possibly could have been his intentions. But I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on his behalf because that young man is deceased. So I'm going to pay the ultimate respect to him. But I also got to question some things that he did. 2:00 in the morning. Ain't nothing good going to come from being outside 2:00 in the morning. Ain't nothing. If I'm not working, I'm not out 2:00 in the morning. And you might say, well, you know what? Why do we got to think like that? Why do we got to live with the mentality and understanding that, well, if we're out and about, we could possibly be killed? It's because this is the black culture that black people have perpetuated amongst themselves and in their communities. And it's been long standing. And it seemed like nobody want to call it out for what it is, but it is what it is at this point. But Takeoff got to have some culpability here in putting himself in this situation. Again, we don't know what happened. We don't know all the facts. Hopefully they'll come out. And we'll get to the brass tacks of what actually happened and why it happened and which way it happened. But he's gone. He's not coming back. And folks should be using this situation, unfortunately, as an example to say, yo, you know what? Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. If I'm going to be a rapper, cool, I'll be a rapper. Only time I'll be outside is when I'm going to be getting the bag. And if I'm going to be outside at any private event, I'm not going to be putting myself in situations where I can possibly be murdered. Such as playing dice with people I don't know. in a city that is in my hometown. If I'm going to be out, I'm going to hire security because I want to be safe. And I know a lot of these guys' ego is so far up like a giraffe ass, they more likely than not would decline security. Like, I'm good. I got little Johnny over here. I got little Tyrone. I got Johnny B. I got little this, little that over here. They got the blammy on them. So if anything pop off, I know my niggas going to have my back. I know that's the mentality that a lot of these rappers have. I know their ego just, yo, I don't want to be seen like a bitch and I'm scared out here. I got all the security around me. Well, look at him. I bet Takeoff wish he had more security around him. And I'm sure he has security there. But I'm sure he wish he would have had more security than he had this morning. Because he ought to would have been alive, right? Maybe somebody would have told him, nah, player, playing dice right now ain't the move. Nah, player, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all might want to dip. Nah, player, we ain't going to show up to no bowling alley and have a private event in Houston, Texas. Nah. That ain't it. We not doing that. There's consequences to all actions. And nobody's above those. I want to say rest in power, Takeoff, young man. Hope they find out who savagely murdered you. And I got a question to ask those people that were there with him this morning when he was murdered. Are y'all going to cooperate with Houston PD? Are y'all going to cooperate with them? I'm sure y'all saw the shooters or the shooter or whoever shot him. Hell, the camera phones are almost out immediately. So if you really care about this young man, let's not talk about it. Let's be about it.